Okay, so we'll be looking at suppliers in this video. I needed to fix the video quality, realized it has not been the best so far. All right, and so now we'll be looking at suppliers, how they are managed. And from what I said earlier, I said suppliers are those you buy from in your business, and many people manage these suppliers information in multiple Excel sheets and stuff. And but with 390, we'll be looking at how we can manage all of the suppliers in one place. All right, so it's the same interface, same workflow as the others. We can start from settings and the same CRM sources for suppliers. You can add some here as they refer to the suppliers and the suppliers labels. In case you have different ways you label your suppliers, the same format follows to name your suppliers here and their same task statuses rather, and the suppliers task labels as well. So they are all shared within the CRM, so you can manage all of these things from either of these sections. And the analytics also is going to show for suppliers and all your suppliers and suppliers that you've assigned to some people on your team would also be in the mine section for them. So to add our first supplier, most likely an organization, and let's just say first supplier, and we could provide some basic information. I'll do that again at 390.me, then phone number again. And the source could be from anywhere you know where you get your suppliers from. Then the labels for your suppliers would also be listed here once you've created that. I think I should create one in this video and show how labels are assigned. Then country, we can leave all of this on blank, but you could decide to fill this for the suppliers as well. And I'll go ahead to add the supplier, which is the button in the bottom right section here. All right, the supplier has currently been added. It says an account with the phone number already exists. Important information. Let me click add supplier again so that we see what's just happened. Add supplier, and 390 is smart enough to say that an account with that phone number already exists. So in this case, this is the phone number I think we've used for either the customer or the supplier, or rather customer or the lead, one of those information. And 390 checks to make sure that you don't have duplicate CRM information, and that's just nullifies and affects all of your data. So let me just change number here to, this is a random number, so we'll not be reaching out to the number so we don't appear as scam or as spam. So in this case, I'm going to proceed to add in the supplier on the system. And that has added the supplier on 390 for us. And for suppliers, on the bottom right on top of comments here, there is meant to be purchase orders, and there would be a purchase orders here once we've activated it from the App Store. But right now, every other thing remains the same way we've seen it in other section. And because we did not add any addresses at the time of creation, we can come back here to actually then add the addresses as we would want. Let's say the states for the supplier is Lagos, city, let's say Apapa, for example, address, let me call it simple address, depending on where the multiple addresses of the supplier would be, and you just can list all of that, maybe head office or anything there. Then contact, you could say first contact again in the supplier, then let's say contact at gmail.com. Then phone number could be whatever you please. Let me just leave that way so we don't affect the contact information in the CRM. All right, so this is everything in suppliers. And when we get to purchase orders, I should be able to show you how you can then initiate a purchase order based on a supplier, and we can make sense of that information. And yep, I think that covers everything in the video here. See you next in the next one.